Hey everybody, how are you today? See how long it takes for anybody to show up. Hey everybody, welcome to From the Field, although today we're going to be from the Nature Center. So our hope was to be outside, but if you live here on Long Island, it's not a good day to be outside. So we have winds here right now outside, as you can see blowing behind me, gusting up to 70. So we figured a little bit of a better idea to be indoors today. So my name is Peter Walsh. I'm the education director here at CTUC, Environmental Association. So we are a not-for-profit whose mission is the conservation of Long Island's wildlife. We do that through really a variety of different ways, through our education programs, through teacher trainings and public programs. We do it through our policy and research work out in the field. And this time of year, one of the really fun things to do is to get out and watch birds. Springtime is such an exciting time for birds, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes and get things started. So I see some people. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Amanda. Hopefully you guys are staying dry and warm inside today. So I am currently at the South Shore Nature Center. So this is one of our nature centers located in East Islip. It's a little over 200 acres here. We're on the South Shore of Long Island, about midway between New York and Montauk. And we are less than a mile from the Great South Bay at this point. So birds in the springtime are amazing. So all our birds are starting to come back. Some are passing through as we're part of the flyway, but a lot of them are going to stay here and they're going to nest. So we have this great opportunity to see birds that are returning to Long Island or to wherever it is that you may live, and they're going to start their breeding behavior. So we're going to be hearing birds singing. Hopefully you've enjoyed being woken up by some birds in the morning. But I want to talk how do you get started? There are so many different kinds of birds with so many little differences. How do you get out there and get started? So one of the best ways to get started, we always say, is to get yourself a field guide. And it's, you think, well, where am I going to go right now to get a field guide? The nice part is use your libraries. Your libraries right now are all having online lending. Go to your local library's website. They will have information on there on how you can borrow books, including field guides. So you could borrow yourself a field guide and then just start reading it. Open it up on your phones or your tablets or your Kindles or your computers and really just start to look through. A lot of the guides are all over the place, but you can get local ones. So you get birds of the Northeast. There are even ones down to birds of the coastal United States. And start to look at some of the native birds to your area. The good part is usually around your house, you're not going to see a big variety of birds immediately from your house. So you'll start to see the same birds over and over again. And you'll start to learn how to identify some of those birds. And then since we're all home and watching a little bit more TV than normal, watch yourself some good bird documentaries. There's a great one called The Life of Birds. It's a BBC one, and awesomely it's narrated by David Attenborough, who has a much better speaking voice than I have. So if you really want to delve in and learn a lot about birds of the entire world, that's a great place to start. And so now you've read your field guide, you've watched some YouTube videos maybe, you watched The Life of Birds, you're ready to get out there. Binoculars. Do you need binoculars to watch birds? No, but it'll definitely make it easier. Do you need expensive binoculars to watch birds? No. Really any kind of binoculars at all. Oh, I'm awesome to see the Islip Library posting on there that they can help you get ebooks and audiobooks. Your libraries are a great resource. Use them. Thank you, Islip Library, for jumping in there. So really any kind of binoculars that you can get your hands on. So, start digging around in the house and dig out that old pair of binoculars, and you'll be able to get a little bit closer to the birds that you want to see. And now you're looking at birds. What do you start to look for? Well, the big thing they always say with birds is you want to start to look at what's called their field marks. So, hey, Laurie. So what are field marks? Now, I'll post this up later because this might be hard to see on here. But field marks are all the different parts of a bird. So whether it's their crown or their back, what color is their chest, what color is their beak, what's the shape of their beak, what's the shape of their tail, can you see it? All of these are going to be clues that will help you to learn how to identify the bird. Now, maybe you're just seeing the bird really quickly and you want to try to match it up. In the field guide, sometimes it can be hard, but one of the things you could also do is download some apps. There are really fantastic apps that will help you identify birds. One of the ones that's easiest to use is an app called Merlin. So, just like the Knights of the Round Table, so Merlin, it will ask you questions about where you are, what color is the bird, what size it is, and then it'll give you examples of what you identified, really taking a lot of the stress out of it. And you'll start to be able to identify them. Oh, Little Peepers Forest School, so one of our programs, iBird is a great one. And what's really nice about iBird is you can start to build up your own personal list of what birds you've seen and when you've seen them. And then at the end of the year, it'll tell you how many of each species you've seen. That's a pretty good one. iNaturalist is a good one that you can use too if you want to try to identify some other things. But Merlin is the one that's really going to help you narrow down what it is that you're seeing. And it'll give you some ideas of some of the bird calls as well. So besides, once you start to get further into those field marks and starting to answer questions, you'll see they'll get even more specific. So what's the shape of the beak? Difference between the upper beak. Does it have a ring around the eye? Does it have stripes on its head? What color are the stripes? How many stripes are there? Does it have eyeliner? So you'll really start to look at the birds and start to notice their behavior. And what you realize is you probably know more birds than you think you did before. And another great way is if you're not really want to go out and walk through the woods or go looking for places, if you're lucky enough, I'm going to turn this around, to have some feeders, like we have feeders here at the Nature Center. And of course, birds are all hiding out now, so nobody's going to come. But just a simple feeder with one type of seed, whether it's a good mixed seed, can get birds coming right to your yard for you to be able to identify them and start to see their behaviors. And you'll have different birds based on those beaks that will eat different types of food that may come. Let's see, we're not seeing any birds today here at the Nature Center. So birds are a really great way when you're out walking in the woods or out around in your neighborhood or even just sitting in your yard. Start to listen for them calling. This time of year we always say, so why are birds calling? Well, the males are singing. They're looking to set up their territory. They're letting other males of the same species and often other species know that they're there. And then most importantly, they're letting the females know that they're there and have a nest and they should come and check it out. And hopefully they can rear some young in that nest and keep the species going. So I wish that we would get some birds, but with the wind today, so people may ask on a windy day like this, where do the birds go? And they are just hunkered down. So they're hiding out, straight out. You'll see that holly tree. I'm sure there's some birds hiding in there. Birds will be down in the litter layer, up close to the trunks of all these trees. And of course, under the eaves of our building. Just trying to stay out of the weather until the storm passes, which is, I guess, what we're all doing. So that's really the kickoff to bird watching. And this time of year, before the leaves have all opened up, it's a great time because those birds are singing. They're returning from their migration, so coming up from down south, whether they're coming from all the way and down in South America and Central America, or just coming from further south in the United States, they are coming back freshly molted with their beautiful, colorful feathers on, the males, ready to mate. So they are coming back all dressed up and ready to sing and be spotted by you. So this week, I guess a challenge for everybody this week is to try to get your hands on a field guide. Use those libraries as your resource. Download one and try to identify 1 or 2 birds that you see around your house. And then you can use that as your starting point. And if you have questions, try to get a picture of them and you can post them on our website. We'll answer all those questions, try to help you identify all of the birds that we can. If you're able to set a feeder up at your house, even better. So you can make your own feeder out of some recycled materials. If you can't get your hand on even bird seed, which could be hard this time, you can make it out of some extra peanut butter that's laying around, cover a pine cone and hang it from a tree. Wait to see which birds come and feed on that rich fat from the peanuts. But if nothing else, get yourself out there and try to take a look at some birds. Now, one of the things we always talk about is if you set feeders up at your house, you do want to think about where those feeders are. So one of the problems you often see people put silhouettes on the window is that your windows are reflecting what's around them. So for us, with the forest around the windows, birds will often see the reflection of the trees in the windows and fly into the windows, which is not good for a bird. While these silhouettes are okay, we have these UV stickers on our windows, and those birds are able to see these. So where these don't disrupt our view at all, birds are able to see those UV stickers, and that breaks up the reflection of the forest and keeps birds from striking our windows, which can be a big problem if you have your feeders close to your house or close to your window so that you can better see them. So MK Madden is asking, are bird baths helpful to attract birds? Yes. So we always say if you're going to feed birds, you should have water available for your birds, whether it's a bird bath. We're lucky here that we have a pond right next to it, so birds are able to get there. And I do see a robin out in the field. So birds are able to get out and feed from or get water from our pond. But if you didn't have access to fresh water close to your feeders, having a clean bird bath is definitely helpful for birds. So that's a quick little update on how to identify birds and use your library and your media as an assistance to identification. And over the next week or so, we'll get out in the woods and we'll try to see some more birds and give you some more tips on how to identify birds in your neighborhood. All right, everybody. Stay dry. Thanks for tuning in on this wet day. And thanks. Oh, somebody's asking quickly, where can you find those window stickers? So that's a great question. So if you look up UV window stickers online, you can find them. There's a lot of different varieties and a lot of different brands, so you can go right on and find them. These are small ones that come in a 4-pack, so you can put them up on your windows. Some companies will sell them as strips. And then if we start feeding the birds, do we have to keep it full? You should try to fill your feeders every day and try to make sure that your feeders are empty at night. If you leave them out at night, you'll start to attract potentially some raccoons. Here, if our feeders are out at night, the raccoons come and the deers come and pull our feeders down. So we try to put out just enough food for the day. So another great question. Thanks, Kimberly. All right, everybody. Have a great day today.